Hello, family. How do you do? Auntie Oni's Story Village is here for you. I'm Auntie Oni, the storyteller, and I will tell you stories and poetry too. From villages around the world, just for you. I can say hello in many languages. Can you? Repeat after me and learn something new. Jambo, Irie, Hola, Shalom, Aloha, Salam Alaikum, Konnichiwa. Did you hear hello in your language? If you didn't hear Auntie say hello in your language, email me at auntioni@aol.com and let me know so I can say hello in your language on another show. Auntie Oni's Story Village is for children of all ages. So listen up. Today's story is my adaptation of an Asian folktale. My rendition is called Peace and War. This story was shared with me by Charlotte Blake Alston, the storyteller. I must thank Charlotte for introducing me to this story with her unforgettable performance. Peace and War. Once in a land far away there lived a queen. She was a good and kind queen who lived in a castle high up on a mountaintop. One day, as she gazed out her window, she was admiring her village nestled in the valley. The queen decided to give the people in her village a dinner party to show how much she loved them. So she called 3 wise men in waiting to ask for their help. The chef was delighted. He described the food and desserts that he would create. Then he suggested that they give everyone who came to the dinner very, very long bamboo chopsticks to enjoy the feast. The second wise man in waiting, the party planner, he was very excited too. He advised the queen that there was not one place in the village that could possibly hold all the people. So he suggested that 2 identical banquet halls be built for this special occasion. The queen agreed to all the suggestions, and so it was done. The day after the banquet, the queen's third advisor, Kenja, the wise man, he came running up the mountain and into the queen's courtyard. My queen, your village is divided into peace and war." "Peace and war? How can that be? I gave all the people the same dinner party in the finest banquet halls. No one was denied my best." "Oh, queen, come with me now to see for yourself with your own eyes." So the queen called for her carriage, and they rode in the carriage down the mountainside, through the forest, and into the center of the village. The queen held on to Kenja's hand as they walked up to a beautiful golden door. Kenja pushed open the door and stepped aside for the queen to enter the banquet hall. Oh, the queen marveled at the gorgeous hall filled with beautiful emerald green plants, colorful flowers, hibiscus, tiger lilies, sweet-smelling roses, ivy cascading down the walls of the great hall. The sun was beaming through the open roof. The sun shined down on a huge mahogany round table. In the center of the table were large golden bowls filled with delicious vegetables, the sweetest fresh fruits, breads of every kind, rice, potatoes, meats stewing in gravies. The silver platters were filled with desserts, pies, cookies, and cakes. Around the table were high-backed chairs cushioned in red velvet, and in the chairs sat people of every nationality, race, color, every age, old folks, young folks, mothers holding babies, fathers sitting next to sisters, brothers, aunts, uncles, cousins, friends, neighbors. As the queen came in closer, she looked into the people's faces. They were sickly, sad, angry, tears rolling down their cheeks. Their bones were sticking out through their chests. They were starving to death. Kenja sadly announced, "These people were at war, my queen." "Why? Why did war come to my people when I gave them everything? Such a lovely party." "Well," said Kenja, "the people were using the long chopsticks to reach out for the food in the center of the table, but they were bumping and shoving one another with their elbows, trying to feed themselves, only caring about what they could get for themselves. And they ended up arguing and fighting until the war broke out. So come, my queen, let us move on. There is nothing we can do for these poor souls now." Kenja put his arm out for the queen to hold as she was weakened and sad. They left the terrible war room and walked a few steps until they came upon a beautiful golden door. Kenja gently pushed open the door and stepped aside for the queen to enter before him. The queen marveled at the gorgeous hall filled with beautiful emerald green plants, colorful flowers, hibiscus, tiger lilies, sweet-smelling roses, ivy cascading down the walls of the great hall. The sun was beaming through the open roof, and it shined down onto a huge mahogany round table. In the center of the table were large golden bowls filled with delicious vegetables, the sweetest fresh fruits, breads of every kind, rice, potatoes, meats stewing in gravies. And the silver platters, they were filled with desserts, pies, cookies, and cakes. Around the table were high-backed chairs, cushioned in red velvet. In the chairs sat people of every nationality, race, color, and every age. Old folks, young folks, mothers holding babies, fathers sitting next to sisters, brothers, aunts, uncles, cousins, friends, and neighbors. As the queen stepped in closer, she could see the people's faces were healthy, happy, laughing, and smiling. The people were hugging one another. At the far end of the room, she heard music playing and voices singing. The queen looked in amazement at Kenja and asked, "So why are these people in this banquet hall so happy and peaceful and showing so much love to each other?" Kenja looked into the queen's eyes and said, "My queen, these people were given the same long bamboo chopsticks to eat with. However, instead of struggling and fighting to feed only themselves, they used their chopsticks to reach out across the table for the food, and they fed each other." Thanks for listening, and subscribe to Aunti Oni Story Village for a new story and poem every Saturday. Visit with me at www.auntioni.fun. Hey, family and friends. Would you like to see and meet me, Aunti Oni, in person at your school or summer camp? Aunti Oni Story Village is available live in the tri-state area, Pennsylvania, New Jersey, or Delaware, and internationally on Zoom. I'd love to meet you and see your face in the place. I can't wait to tell you more stories, sing-alongs, and poetry. So email me at auntioni@aol.com to find out how we can get together in the Story Village live.